In this experiment, we are going to construct a fuel cell car and hence investigate its working principles. Inspect the inside structure of a fuel cell carefully. Firmly mount the fuel cell to the top of the toy car. Insert the hydrogen and oxygen outer storage cylinders into the round slots located on the chassis. Fill the cylinders with distilled water to the 0 mark on each of the outer storage cylinders. Insert the inner cylinders into the outer cylinders so that the inner cylinders are filled with water. Make sure the 2 notches at the bottom of each of the inner cylinders are not blocked by the raised plastic frame holding the inner cylinders. Attach the long tube coming from the hydrogen storage cylinder to the lower nozzle of the hydrogen side of the fuel cell. Attach the long tube coming from the oxygen storage cylinder to the lower nozzle of the oxygen side of the fuel cell. In order to ensure good conductivity, the fuel cell's membrane needs to be properly humidified. Attach the short rubber tube with the black pin to the top nozzle on the hydrogen side of the fuel cell. Attach the other short rubber tube with the red pin to the top nozzle on the oxygen side of the fuel cell. Place the syringe filled with distilled water into the top nozzle on the oxygen side of the fuel cell. Push water into the oxygen side of the fuel cell until you see water passing through the chamber in front of the screen and out the lower nozzle. Leave the fuel cell for 5 to 10 minutes to fully hydrate. Make sure the power supply is switched off. Insert the red wire from the power jack into the red jack of the fuel cell. Insert the black wire from the power jack into the black jack of the fuel cell. Switch on the power supply to start electrolysis. When bubbles begin coming out of the inner cylinder into the outer cylinder, switch off the power supply. Record the initial volumes of gases in both syringes. Disconnect the power supply from the fuel cell. Plug the red and black wires from the car motor into the red and black jacks on the fuel cell. Place the car on a smooth and flat surface. The car will continue to run on its own until all the hydrogen gas stored in the inner cylinder is consumed. Record the final volumes of gases in both syringes. Touch the fuel cell with your finger to find out whether it is hot, warm or cold after operation.